In this video, we'll learn how to set up a Singer 15 for sewing. The machine I'm demonstrating is a Treadle, but the setup is the same for electrical units. To start, we'll wind the bobbin. A great feature about this machine is it uses common Class 15 bobbins that are readily available today. To start the winding, place your spool on the machine bed spool pin. Draw the thread from the spool and insert it into the bobbin hole, beginning on the inside of the bobbin. Leave enough of a tail so that the thread does not slip off of the bobbin. Now place the bobbin onto the winding post. To ensure that the thread winds evenly onto the bobbin, pass the thread between the tension discs found beside the spool pin. Before we start treadling, it's a good idea to loosen the clutch. Hold the hand wheel while turning the smaller knob counterclockwise. And now I'll press the winder against the moving hand wheel to begin the winding. After a few rotations, I'll stop and trim the bobbin thread tail to avoid any tangling while we're winding. If I were using an original bobbin on this machine, the bobbin would fit easily onto the winding post and the entire winding assembly would snap in place and stay in place, as we see here. But chances are we're using replacement bobbins made of metal or plastic. These may fit on the post but are too snug for the locking lever. Or these bobbins may not fit onto the post at all. I find that the plastic bobbins usually fit nicely onto the post and they wind very nicely as well too. But because they're too narrow to accommodate the locking lever, I need to keep my finger on the winder until the bobbin is completely wound. Once the bobbin is wound, be sure to tighten the clutch by turning clockwise on the knob. And now we'll thread the bobbin case. Drop the bobbin into the case so that when you pull the thread, it spins counterclockwise. Next, pull the thread into the slit and continue to draw it all the way down behind the spring into this opening. To install it into the machine, hold on to the case by lifting this lever. Fit it onto the post, release the lever, and align this finger so that it points upward. The bobbin case should now snap easily into place. To thread the machine, start with placing the spool onto the top spool pin. Draw the thread off the spool and into the hook, down into the gap between the tension discs, starting from the back side and continuing all the way around to the front into the check spring. Continue pulling the thread around the tension knob until it clears this retaining fork. Now, insert the thread into the take-up lever hole, threading from back to front. Pass the thread into 2 more thread guides and then into the needle, threading from left to right. Now hold on to this thread tail and slowly turn the hand wheel toward you to lower and raise the needle. This brings the bobbin thread up. Pull the threads up and out of the way. To begin sewing, position the fabric, lower the presser foot, and turn the hand wheel toward you to begin treadling. To stitch in reverse, lift the stitch length lever to the very top. The Singer 15 is capable of stitching through thick materials like leather very easily. See here how the machine easily sews through bulky seams that are 9 and 12 layers thick. This machine is my favorite vintage sewing machine, so be sure to look for my other videos on how to use and care for this classic beauty.